Hello and welcome to the phone app training video that serves as a complementary training to our other video focused on the Santa Ana River Habitat Survey. Hopefully you've seen the other video first. Encourage you to watch that one before this video as we're going to dive into really recording data specifically on the phone app instead of just the hard copy data sheets that you will also receive for this survey. Items covered in this video, we'll be talking in general. What is this phone application? How to log into it, the account you need, accessing the Riverwalk data once you are in the app, using the app in the field and how there's an online versus offline version of this map, syncing the data when the Riverwalk is done when using the offline map, and then adding gravel bars or tributaries with a phone-based application. As I mentioned, you may use either the data sheets, which are physical forms, or the phone-based application when recording data when you're in the Santa Ana River for this survey. There's other equipment for the Riverwalk, so you'll pick up those hard copy data sheets when you come to SAPA for your equipment. Your equipment includes a measuring stick, measuring tape, clipboard, and then an optional GPS unit. So what is the app? The app is from a third party, Esri, which is a software company that focuses in geographic information systems or GIS. They made this app and SAPA is able to utilize it by putting in Riverwalk data that all volunteers are able to access. So the app is not owned by SAPA, it's owned by Esri, it's ArcGIS field maps, but we are able to include our Riverwalk data in it, which you can access as I'll show on the next slides. It's free for download, but you do need an account to log into it. It's downloadable from the Apple or Play Store. So when logging into it, you'll see this screen, and you need to log in with what is called an ArcGIS online account. That's an Esri term, that software company. What is an ArcGIS online account? There's several different versions of it, but you need to have an organizational account, which is usually from an employer if you work for a water agency or other large agency. First, check to see if your employer has one, and if they do, you can use that. But if you don't worry, SAPA has extra accounts we can lend to you. We'll give you a username and password you can use to log into it so you don't have to reach out to Esri and create a subscription with them. We don't want you to do that. We want you to be able to easily log into this app. So once you have the app and you log into it, you'll come to a prompt screen like this, Maps, where you can search the map that you want to find. And like I mentioned, SAPA has uploaded our map in there. Anyone can find it by searching Santa Ana Sucker Fish Riverwalk Transects. So you'll search that in the search bar under Maps, and several options will come up. You'll see something like this that has the map in it, Santa Ana Suckerfish Riverwalk Transects, and you'll click on that. So when you're in the office or at home before you get in the river, it's strongly encouraged, strongly recommended that you download the data from the app onto your device. So when you search it, you'll see it here and there'll be an online map version. There'll also appear a screen like this at the bottom that says not downloaded. So you'll want to download the data, which is all the Riverwalk data, onto your device before you go into the river. It's strongly recommended that you do that, and I'll explain why. It's because if you run into an area of the river without service, you won't be able to record data by just using the online version. Essentially, this will disappear if you run into an area of the river without service. You'll be able to pull up the app, but under map areas, you won't see the online version. If you run out of service and you have downloaded the information on the Riverwalk, you'll be able to still use the offline version. So that'll be a great thing for you. So you'll still be able to record data. So once in the field, it's encouraged that you use the online map first and only use the offline version if you lose cell coverage. That way, you don't have to worry about syncing your data on your device later on, and I'll explain more on that in a bit. But in a perfect world, everyone would use the online map version because as soon as you record data, it's synced back with SAPA's computers back in our offices. We'll get more into that later, but here's some important information on finding your transect points. So when you're in the river walking from point to point, you'll have a compass map inside your, once you click on the Riverwalk information. And you'll know which point you want to head to because you'll know which group, what points are in your group. So say you're going to point 75, you'll click on that and you'll scroll down and you'll go into compass mode. Your compass mode will appear on the pop-up screen. You'll have edit directions, compass, add to my places, but you'll want to hit on compass to go to your point. And you'll have this dotted line appear. I'm out here in Orange County, but while you're in the river, you'll be much close to point number 75, and you'll walk along that point until you get to point 75. Note that compass won't work without cellular data, so it's important that you, like I mentioned in the beginning, download that version, the downloadable version to your device before you go into the river. So once you get to point 75 or your transect point, you'll want to go back to that screen and click on Edit. Instead of hitting Compass or Add to Places, you'll hit Edit, and a pop-up screen will appear. Um, Note this information in this app is still the same information as your hard copy data sheet. So it's very similar. You can still use the phone-based application. You can still use the hard copy data sheet and just use the phone to find your points if you prefer. So once entering all your data, remember to hit check mark. That'll save the data. If you're using the online version, it'll save it to SAPA's computers. We'll get the data right away. Or if you're using the offline version, that data will be saved to your device, your phone. All right. Now, when you're walking between points, remember there's other data to record. We covered this in the other video. That's the gravel bars and tributaries. So as you walk from site to site, open the app when it is in Compass Viewer and hit the plus sign. The plus sign is this blue circle in the corner when you're in Compass Viewer. Now I'm here in my offices in Riverside. So for your compass, you'll be out in the river. If you encounter a gravel bar and tributary between walking from point to point, you'll hit the plus sign and it'll automatically ask you what do you want to add. This pop-up screen will appear. You can either select tributaries or gravel bar. Now, if you're adding a gravel bar, on the previous screen, you'll select gravel bar and a pop-up screen will appear. It'll ask for you to enter the information that you would see on the data sheet. It'll automatically record where the gravel bar is, but it'll ask you who you are, your date, which is today's date, and then the size of the gravel bar. And these are the same categories that are on the hard copy data sheet. Now for the tributaries, very similar. So you'll hit the plus sign and a smaller screen will appear. And you'll add in who you are and when the data is collected. Simpler field to complete for the tributaries. There's not those categories that you would enter for the gravel bars. So that concludes the presentation. We covered a couple things in this video: the data app use, how to log in, and how you need an Esri account, accessing the Riverwalk data in the app, using the app in the field, the online versus offline map version, and then syncing data when you're using the offline map and adding gravel bars or tributaries. It's important that if you are using the offline version, to sync the data when you return to an area that has cell coverage. That way, SAPA is able to access the data and receive it back on our computers. If you have any questions, please reach out to me at ian@sapa.gov. Thank you very much.